You don't notice time slipping away while you're busy waiting for your life to begin. One day you wake up and realize the waiting became your whole story. My name is Daniel, and I'm 76 years old, and I wish someone had shaken me years ago and told me that there is no perfect moment coming. When I was young, I thought life worked like a staircase. You climb step by step, and when you reach the right step, then you start living. First, I told myself I'd enjoy life after finishing school. Then it became after I found a stable job. Then after I saved enough money. Then after the kids grew up. Then after the mortgage was paid. Every phase of my life had this invisible sign in my head that said, "Almost there, just wait a little longer." And I truly believed I was being responsible. My father worked nonstop his whole life, and he always said, "Secure your future first, enjoy later." So I followed that advice without questioning it. I took the safe job, worked overtime, never took risks, never started the little business I dreamed about. I postponed trips, hobbies, even time with friends, because there was always something more urgent, something more practical to handle first. I remember once my wife Anna asked me if we could take a road trip along the coast. Nothing fancy, just a week away while we were still young enough to enjoy it. I told her, "Next year will be better. Oh, work is too busy now." Next year came, and work was still busy. Then the kids needed things. Then money felt tight. Then her mother got sick. Then life simply kept moving, and that trip never happened. At the time, I didn't see it as neglect. I thought I was doing the right thing, building security for our future. But security is a strange thing. You chase it your whole life, and when you finally feel safe, you realize the time you were trying to protect is already gone. My children grew up while I was at work. I was there physically, sure, but often tired, distracted, always thinking about tomorrow's problems, school plays, small conversations, simple evenings together. They felt ordinary then. Now I would give anything to sit through one more of those ordinary nights. The biggest shock didn't come suddenly. It crept in slowly. Retirement arrived, and for the first time my schedule was empty. No deadlines, no urgent responsibilities, no alarms at 6 a.m. I thought, this is it. Now life begins. But Anna was already gone by then. Cancer took her 3 years before I retired, and my children had their own lives, their own cities, their own routines. They loved me, yes, but I was no longer at the center of their world. And why would I be? I hadn't truly been present when they were building their lives. So there I was, with time at last, and no one to share it with in the way I had imagined for decades. I started noticing things I had ignored before. The quiet house, the empty chair at the kitchen table, old photos in drawers showing vacations we postponed, plans we never made, smiles from years when we thought we still had unlimited time ahead. And one evening, sitting alone, it hit me harder than anything else. I hadn't been unlucky. I hadn't been robbed of life. I had simply postponed it again and again, waiting for the right conditions that never really exist. Fear disguises itself as responsibility. That's something I learned too late. I told myself I was protecting my family, but often I was just afraid of uncertainty, afraid of failing, afraid of stepping away from routine. So I waited, and life moved forward without waiting for me. I'm not saying work isn't important. Providing for your family matters, planning for the future matters, but somewhere along the line, many of us forget that life is happening now, not later. There is no magical moment when everything becomes perfect and you suddenly allow yourself to live. At 76, my regrets aren't about money or promotions I didn't get. They're about moments I postponed, conversations I delayed, trips I said we'd take someday, dreams I filed away for later. Now my body moves slower, my energy fades quicker, and options are fewer. I still find joy in small things, a morning walk, a call from my daughter, watching my grandson grow. But I carry this quiet understanding that half my life passed while I was preparing to live the other half. If you're listening to me now, maybe you're younger than I am, maybe much younger, maybe just starting your career or building your family, and I'm not here to lecture you. I'm simply telling you what I wish someone had told me. The right time rarely arrives on its own. You create it by choosing what matters before life chooses for you. Call people while you still can. Take the trip while your legs still carry you. Try the thing that scares you a little. Spend time with those you love before routines and responsibilities quietly replace those chances. Because one day, sooner than you expect, you'll wake up like I did, with time finally in your hands, and you'll realize time was never the problem. It was how you spent it. So if my story means anything, let it be this. Don't wait for life to begin. It already has. And I hope, truly, that when you reach my age, you'll look back with fewer postponed dreams than I have. If this story stayed with you, and you want more real stories that might change how you see your life, then subscribe to Motive Code. Here we go beyond motivation. We go deep. We decode the choices, the mistakes, and the lessons that help us build a better life. Join us, and let's keep decoding life together.